The purpose of your life is to live. Every moment you're lost in thought is a moment that you're not living your life. Even if the thoughts show up, ask yourself, where do these thoughts come from? Where do these thoughts go? Nobody knows. Don't let anyone tell you where your thoughts came from and where your thoughts are going. Don't let anyone tell you that you're not good enough. Don't let anyone put limitations on you. What you believe is your beliefs. Even when someone's yelling at you, you have the power to tune them out. You have the power to choose what you want to pay attention to. If you don't like what you're seeing, you can hear. If you don't like what you're hearing, you can feel. It's up to you to create the life that you want to live. It's up to you to put together a plan and change the way things are right now. You have way more control than you think. You can put together a plan. You do not need to suffer. Pain is inevitable, but suffering is optional. The more difficult things are, the better the story is that you have to tell. Your story has not been finished. Your story is not done. If you're listening to this right now, you have time to change. You can create the ending of the story. Through every hero's journey, there's obstacles, there's setbacks. The greater the setback, the greater the story. The greater the obstacle, the greater the victory. If those thoughts are running through your mind on repeat, that's just something to smile at. That's just so bizarre. Where do those thoughts come from? Nobody knows where those thoughts are coming from. There's no science that can tell you where thoughts come from. There's no science that can describe the miracle of life. You didn't choose your parents. You didn't choose your genes. You didn't choose your childhood. You didn't choose your upbringing. Those were all given to you. You don't choose your breath. The breath is amazing. You are unconsciously breathing every night while you're sleeping. Now you have the chance to consciously take a deep breath. What an incredible miracle that is. Just being able to take a deep breath. What a miracle that is. You can choose to pay attention to your breath. There's yogis that just pay attention to their breath. They go wander off into a cave and study the breath for 20 years. You can spiral upwards or you can spiral downwards. It's up to you to stop the downward spiral. It's up to you to change things for the better. You can do it. If people don't believe in you, you can believe in yourself. You have the power to believe in yourself. Your thoughts have the power to dictate how you feel. You have the power to change the way you perceive the world. Nobody can perceive everything. There's so many things happening around us at all times. Images, sounds, whether they're made up in our mind or whether they're in our environment. Feelings, tastes, smells. You don't know what's going to happen next. This is the impermanence of life. This can give you a sense of relief. Everything that appears is going to disappear. Everything that rises is going to pass away. This is a relief. When you're feeling that pain, just pay attention to the raw sensation of the pain. When you're feeling that anxiety, pay attention to the raw sensation of the anxiety. When you're feeling that fear, ask yourself, where does this fear come from? Are you trying to predict the future? You think you're so good that you can predict the future? You think something bad is going to happen? Are you really so sure about that? Or is that fear just a little silly? You have confidence. You have confidence that you know exactly how this is going to go. Are you really that confident that you know exactly how this is going to go? Are you confident that something bad is going to happen? Are you confident that something good is going to happen? Where does this confidence come from? Where does this fear come from? You don't know. The only thing you can do right now is pay attention to this moment. This moment in time is all you have right now. Turn off the pod. Turn off the video. Pay attention to what you have going on right now, or pay attention to this wisdom right now. That's your choice. This is your option. This is your life. You have the option to consume things that are going to make you feel good. You have the option to turn things off that are going to make you feel bad. What you believe and how you think is going to directly affect how you feel. So be careful with what you choose to consume. If you're lost in thought, notice the moment you pop out of being lost in thought. Now you're not lost in thought. So what's going on with your sensory experience? What do you see? What's in your environment right now? Light and shadow. It's a miracle. What's the mental image that you see? Even if you were to close your eyes, can you still see into the darkness? Do you see any mental images forming in your eyes? And if your eyes are open, if you make your gaze really wide, it's almost like an oval shape. What's going on here? If you try to look for yourself, can you even see yourself? If you look in a mirror, who is that? Who created that? That's the miracle of life. When you hear, you can hear the sound of my voice. Can you hear the sounds in your environment? Can you hear the sounds in your mind? Where do those sounds in your mind come from? Is everyone else hearing the same things in the environment that you're hearing? You don't know. That's the miracle of life. What are you feeling right now? Are you feeling the air on your skin? Are you feeling gravity pulling you into your chair or gluing you to the ground? Are you feeling the emotions in your body, or are you paying attention to your breath? Do you decide what to pay attention to? Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. Do you feel any pain or any discomfort? Do you feel any expansiveness, like joy? Is this funny to you? Do you remember to smell? Do you remember to taste? This is your sensory experience. Your sensory experience switches and shifts automatically, but you can also switch and shift your sensory experience. If you were to just pay attention to your visual field right now, you'll probably notice some things in the visual field that you wouldn't have noticed if you didn't decide to pay attention to it. If you were to switch to just audio, you'll probably notice some audio that you wouldn't have noticed before. If you were to switch to your breath, you'll probably notice some things about your breath that you wouldn't have noticed before. Now, maybe you forgot about all that BS that's going on in your life for a moment now. Isn't that nice just to forget about the BS that's going on for a moment? Isn't it nice to not be lost in thought? It sure is. When you're present in this moment right now, you are telling yourself that you believe in yourself. You're telling yourself that you trust in yourself, that you trust that whatever is going to happen is going to be all good. It's going to be all right. It's a paradox, this life that we live in. We have no control over all these things that are happening, but then we have all this control over how we handle it and how we deal with it. How you frame your life is directly going to affect how good of a life you have. So choose your frames wisely. Choose the content that you listen to wisely, and remind yourself to not be lost in thought.